So, you said you've not done a negotiation video for we're doing your little dominatrix videos today?
Yes.
You've not done any of those?
No, so we usually record as often as possible negotiation videos for the Bondage Nutrition channel and other stuff where I top, so like when I was topping you. For your content, we did a negotiation, which was lovely.
It was good.
But yeah, we've not done much the other way around.
Why is that?
I believe it's because it's an area I am not as confident in. And so I'm more likely to shy away from that.
But then I made you!
Yeah.
The good news is I'm also less confident as a top.
Yeah.
So we're just both a little bit nervous.
I think you are a good top.
Thank you.
I've always enjoyed playing with you as a bottom as well. So we've done much more the opposite side of things, but yeah, it's always been a good time.
How would you describe your switchiness? Are you pretty 50-50 or?
That's a great question. I think it comes down to what's in front of me. Again, not to barrel off topic again, but there's this stereotype that men think about sex all the time.
Yeah. And
I've never found that to be the case, or kink all the time. I find it's when I have a situation in front of me, I know someone feels comfortable topping or something, then I might think about it more. Or if I've got someone around me, say for example, who likes being tied up, then I'm probably going to think about that quite a lot. It's it kind of feeds it. I don't often have a compulsion outside of that, I'd say.
Okay. I think about sex all the time. When I was a teenager, I also bought into this whole men are obsessed with sex.
Yeah.
That's all they're interested in.
Yeah.
And I've also never found that to be the case. Because I was wow, most women are obviously frigid because that's what you get taught. But I'm not, so I must be the exception because I'm not like all the other girls.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've had loads of really interesting conversations with women where they've said things like, I've got much higher sex drive than my boyfriend.
I've heard it much more often that way around.
Yeah.
Among people in straight relationships.
Yeah, but it's less societally accepted to bitch about the fact your boyfriend doesn't want to have sex with you, whereas guys being oh, the missus isn't letting me have any again.
Yeah.
Is much more commentary around an office, for example, or changing rooms.
Maybe we're just having better sex. Who knows? Anyway, we're definitely off topic again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, to answer your question, I think about stuff when it's there, don't when it's not so much. So it's a hard question to answer.
So if you're with someone who is a 50-50 switch, if you're with someone who's a switch in any amount, would you just sort of naturally fall into that same balance then?
Yeah, I'd say so. But then it ends up being shaped by kind of what goes well and how much energy things take. So for example, when we were together, you're a switch and I'm a switch, but I kind of got the impression that sometimes topping would take a certain type of energy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I describe myself as a bottom-leaning switch.
Yeah.
Because I really I like both, but I mostly, if I had to choose, I would pick bottoming. If I was only allowed to do one forever, I know which one I'd pick.
And I find I have to make myself a lot more vulnerable to bottom. Which is great and hot and really sexy, but I find I can, not anyone, but I can tie. If you were let's go do some rope now, I could do rope. Yeah. If you came in at 2 a.m. and wanted to do rope, I could do it. Yeah. If you came in and just randomly I'm on top of you, I'd be I'm not sure, I need to think about it, I need to get myself in the headspace. Yeah. So maybe that answers your question, and maybe I'm more of a top leaning switch. Or maybe it
sounds more like it's just more natural for you to top.
Yeah.
And that, just because it's easier for you to do doesn't necessarily mean you like it more.
Yeah, for sure.
But that is what happens, it sounds like. So
Yeah.
it's kind of answering it.
Yeah, yeah.
Has anyone ever asked you that before?
Not a lot, no.
Fair enough. So I'm going to top you as a little
For sure.
for like the whole day.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things are you hoping, in a more like literal sense, might happen?
Okay. So, things I would be cool with you doing are things like impact play.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hit me, knee me, kick me, use any of the number of implements if that's your thing. I would say if you're like interested in striking me in the face, as in like a slap sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, but I like it to be like not repetitive.
Just like a one and done.
One and done, or the odd like exclamation mark to like prove your point.
Not like a face slapping scene.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you like being slapped in the face?
I think a well timed slap in the face can really make its point.
Cool. I was just wondering if that was like if I feel really compelled to,
If you felt compelled
as a treat to myself,
Yeah.
or if you would also like it.
I think I'd get something out of it. Yeah.
Gets you out of the headspace.
No, I'd get something out of it.
You would get something out of it, right? Cool.
Any kind of trauma around the cock and balls area is generally good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can read reactions, so you know like how hard you're doing that, and it's obviously a delicate area.
Yes. That's why it's fun.
Yeah. So like kicking, kneeing, etc. That's all good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like verbal stuff, do we like humiliation, degradation?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it to be more like nurturing and innocent kind of thing?
I'm happy with either of those.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I've played with on both those spectrums before, and I'm pretty good with that.
Mm-hmm. What about like, are there any specific like words that are good or bad?
Oh, great question.
Or like themes of words?
No, not really. No, I think I'm good.
What are your favourite ones?
Damn, favourite ones.
Yeah.
The word pathetic comes up quite a lot. There's something about the way it sounds. Pathetic.
Pathetic.
It's just got so much like.
Yeah, it's got like a lot of nice syllables to emphasise.
So maybe I just like the sound of it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like that. What about like desperate?
Oh, desperate. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, desperate's a good word.
I've got no other words in my brain right now, but that's
Not
fine.
nor me. There are no other words in the English language.
Okay, in terms of like nice words, oh, I had a word for this the other day. So there's like, when you're a top, there's like honorifics. So like, when I'm being a bottom, I like being called like a good girl, or like a toy or a doll kind of thing. So like, do you have any? Do you like good boy?
Yeah, that works.
Any others?
Toy's a pretty good one, I think. It depends how hard on each scene we're leaning into the age play thing, but you can keep calling me like, if you want to go with daddy route, or teacher, or whatever the fuck we're doing in that particular scene.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I like pet as well. It's a nice like gender neutral one.
Yeah.
I'm usually quite drawn to.
Yeah.
In like a, not in like a pet play kind of way, although it works in that way too, obviously, but just in like a, I don't know, in that kind of like endearing, like familiar kind of way.
Yeah, that's
I like that. So there's no words that are off the table.
No.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. I tend to find with stuff like this that there might be stuff that takes time to process. Or like sometimes things happen when you're seeing, like things can feel quite intense. I tend to view it as, I'm going to chew on that for a bit. And then like if we do like a post play talk, you can be like, I don't know how I feel about that, because sometimes you don't know how things are going to feel
Yeah.
when they land, and that's fine.
Most of the time, people have like a few words that they're just like, no, not that one. That's just not okay, kind of thing.
Well, it's funny. Like I used to definitely have those.
Yeah.
Because of like associations, but now I have like those associations are gone, so it's fine.
I mean, that makes it easy for me because I don't have to remember any specific ones.
Yeah.
So,
that's good thoughts though. Cause...
Okay, so we're doing impact play. We're doing some bondage.
Sure.
I haven't done very much rope in the last couple of years. There's been a panini.
Yeah.
I have just given up on rope for a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's an acceptable way of approaching rope.
I mean,
I do know some rope teachers. If you ever.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Who would you recommend? I'm trying to get you to say the name of the channel.
Yeah,
so
like the Bondage Tuition YouTube channel is fantastic.
Oh wow, the Bondage Tuition YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'll have to write that down. So do you want to like mostly do like a ropey vibe with it, so it's that kind of like natural non-bondage kind of?
Yeah, so I was thinking if we're leaning into like that little aesthetic which you seem to have fully gone for.
Yeah.
Like we've got pink rope, but also we've got things like regular cuffs. We've got like a straight jacket, we've got straps.
Ooh.
So if you're feeling like you want to be a bit more of a basic person, I'm happy for basicness.
Could be a basic bitch. I've got some basic bitch outfits with me.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to bring any like jeans, which would probably have really been the one.
Yeah.
But there's always next time.
Next time.
Next time I come to bully you.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of like scenarios that have been like playing around in your head recently that you want to do?
Yeah, I was kind of like just writing down a few actually. So I thought, and we had a little chat the other day, and like we threw like 1,000 ideas at each other.
That was like a month ago.
Yeah.
And we were on the phone, which means that nothing was written down, which means that I don't remember it very well at all. So it's probably going to feel like a brand new idea when you say it to me.
For sure. So we were talking about like you've had a hard day at insert name of educational environment you've been in. College. Of course.
Sure.
And like you just want to sit on my knee and that sort of business. Like we could go for like a bullying schoolgirl type of thing.
As in like you are a fellow student and I'm bullying you.
Or perhaps a teacher and trying to get them grades up.
I also really love, because with the student teacher thing, again, it's normally the teacher taking advantage of the student, but like there is definitely a level of power that the student could have over the teacher in a fictional scenario.
For sure.
That I think is underexploited in porn.
Yeah.
So I think we should exploit that today.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. I was also like, depending on how you feel about this sort of stuff, because we talked about you doing things like sitting on my knee and things like that as like a teasing thing. Like foot worship, like any type of body worship is fine, but not an expectation. I don't know how you feel about that sort of stuff.
I could really go for a foot massage today, so
yeah.
I'll be taking advantage of that.
Awesome. Like in one of the scenarios we could do something with, say, again, idea you came up with ages ago was the idea of me being like caged in chastity and us being physically close.
I don't really remember this specifically. It sounds like a thing I'd say.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I was thinking if you're still up for that, we could do that with like, and I could have like restraint mitts on perhaps.
Yes.
And perhaps, I don't know where you are with doing stuff that's in camera, but like I could like either hold one for you or you get yourself off or something like that perhaps.
Yeah. like close enough, but not actually close enough. Close enough that it could probably happen. Yeah. So in terms of what I'm doing on camera at the moment, I am not doing open leg.
Sure.
So if I just like keep my underwear on, then that's just like an easy thing. But I can definitely come with underwear on still. So
yeah. Fantastic.
We could do that. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, so we can do that.
Things like clamps and pegs and stuff like that. That's so good. Yeah.
Are there any like physical activities that you would really like to get done today? You mostly mentioned like story type things.
Yeah.
Stuff you're happy with.
Yeah.
Are there any like top ones that you're like, this would be a great day if...
This would be a great day. How do you feel about stuff like facing?
I haven't done much of it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I fully like understand it as like a fetish.
Oh, it's really complicated.
Like
so complex.
Well, I just don't really get it. Like,
okay.
I'm just like, I can't relate to that.
You want my really complicated explanation for
Go
it?
on.
Your butt is amazing.
Yeah. But if I'm sitting on your face, you can't see it.
Yeah, but I can feel it.
Okay.
And there's the like, oh, it's getting closer. And it's like I don't know. It's kind of like combined with like an attitude type of thing. Yeah. So I get why it's not like.
We could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you to make it into like a good video, I guess, as a concept, as the fetish haver.
For sure.
So, but yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I thought it could be integrated into a scene like a foot worship scene, like if I was tied underneath you, and that could be like a part of it, perhaps.
You're also like trampling, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
We could do that. That's fun.
Yeah.
You make good pathetic noises.
Do I?
Yeah.
I couldn't sound pathetic, surely.
Are you sure?
Not entirely.
I think you're lying to me.
Now the mind games start.
If you think they've just begun, then you're already behind.
So, is there anything you're really feeling today?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain is only just like fully woken up.
Yeah.
During this conversation.
Okay, sure.
So I'm just like happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it. I think for me, it's one of those things that like once I'm in the headspace, I'll just go and I'll roll with it. And it just like flows out of me, and I like hear myself talking, and I'm like, I guess I do know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like right now, when we're like being equals, I just like can't relate to that part of me very well. Yeah,
I get that for sure. It's very hard to think of all like possibilities and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the key thing for me, I think this is also why I'm maybe not the best negotiator, but like I'm not like judgmental, and I can usually, it's more about headspace for me. So like once we're there, I'm kind of pretty happy little lamb chop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if there was anything like really bad in the moment, I know I'd say. And I trust you well enough to know that you wouldn't take it badly or...
I really enjoy, as a top, forcing people to enthusiastically consent or to not do that if that's what they mean. Like, I don't really like... It doesn't really do anything for me, like doing consent or non-consent.
Yeah.
That's not as fun. That's the easy way out. Like, people like saying, oh no, I don't like that. Like, what people struggle with is being vulnerable enough to ask for the thing that they really want.
That's a really interesting take.
Yeah. So I like watching people squirm and being like, oh, and making them not mumble and say what they really want. Like that. And then mocking them for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting into that space now.
Nice.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
I got the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Do you know what else I also really like and have been kind of feeling recently? Is that like possessive, girlfriendy kind of
Ooh, nice.
vibe.
Yeah, that's hot. Yeah.
We could maybe touch on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you could do a possessive little girl who's like, you do all of these hot things with money, but not with me.
Yeah, that works.
I think we're going to have more ideas than time today.
Yeah, most likely.
That's what I'm feeling from this.
Is there anything I could do as a bottom that made you feel uncomfortable?
Probably not. Like, if you were to do something that made me uncomfortable, I would just like tell you off and probably add some restraint or rules or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you would do anything that would be like bad enough to like stop a scene.
Yeah.
That I can think of. So.
Yeah. I guess one thing I'd ask is like, obviously we're not going to fuck on camera, but like, is me asking for something like that?
Oh no, I'm expecting you to ask. Beg, in fact. That's cool with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But you will beg for it anyway.
Thanks, appreciate
That's
it.
a promise. Cool.
What level of nudity are you comfortable with me having?
Any amount.
Okay.
Be naked as a baby.
Okay. So I guess we can just adapt it for what we've seen you doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like whatever suits.
Cool. Sounds good.
And I'm happy touching your junk.
Good.
You can try and touch mine, but
Fantastic.
it won't work. I feel like we should mention.
I'll be your friend if you touch my junk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, are we not friends now? Fuck.
I'll be a better friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We'll be best friends.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'll still be your best friend if you don't touch it.
I feel like we should mention safe words as standard practice. How do you feel about safe words as a bottom? Because last time we had this talk, it was the other way around.
Sure. Generally, I find that they're not as necessary as people think. Obviously, the same thing. I'd expect like a red would mean pretty clear stopping and untying and all that kind of stuff. But like, you can probably hear the difference between my apparently whiny voice when I'm bottoming and me just saying, hey, you mind if you do this?
Yeah.
And so I feel like regular communication is all good.
Nice.
I don't know if we're using like gags or whatever, but I can communicate in a few non-verbal ways if I need to get your attention. Like got my little hand click.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, it's like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? That's the sound of one hand clapping.
You just hear my nails when I do it. It doesn't sound like anything from me.
Yeah.
Is there a technique?
I think I've just got longer fingers than you, so maybe they just slap round.
It's like patting.
Yeah.
Can you not click?
No, it kind of hurts. That's a better noise for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Curious. Okay, well, my clicking's better than yours, so I don't feel too inferior.
Yeah.
Cool. Or there's the like, kind of
that's good. Yeah.
standard. Or like tapping out. It's another classic.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've got a nice selection on the table.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I too, as a top, prefer just you saying stuff. I guess related to not particularly caring for consent or non-consent.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not off the table. I just generally don't go in that direction because it's not as funny to me. I guess circling way back to what I find interesting about topping as a little is also because it's very funny. Lots of opportunity for comedy.
Yeah.
As you know, very funny.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Which is how come this has been almost an hour of us talking.
My God.
Good luck, future Christian.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm happy for us to start playing soon.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Nice. I don't know why I did this.
Is it a formal handshake?
Yes.
Yeah.
To agree that we have negotiated.
Yeah,
on that. But we will not negotiate any further.
No.
That's not how it works.
Consent doesn't matter from here onwards.
No, the consent matters, but you can't amend it from here.
Oh, right, okay.
Like, it's set now.
Well, you said you were into that. You said anything I could do to you will be fine, so who's the real victim here?
No take backsies. Yeah. Ongoing consent.
Yeah.
Who's she?
Yeah.
We should stop shaking hands so that bullshit ends. There we go.
Well worth pointing out, that was a joke.
That was, as we like to say in the industry, a bit.
Yes. Some people do think like that, and that's why it's funny for us to make jokes about it. Like, we think like that.
Yeah, please don't think like that.
Yeah.
If you do, you can change how you think.
Yeah, and you can have a way better time with it long term.
And people will make more happy faces at you.
Yeah, they sure
like
will. Hey, I hope you liked that video. 2 quick things. If you like what we do, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We get no support from places like YouTube because we're quite naughty, so most of our ad revenue gets blocked. So Patreon is our best way of keeping going. Thing number 2, if you really like seeing these pre-play negotiations, check out this other negotiation that happened with Erin Rose. I think you'll like it. Bye bye.